Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Card Design Thursday, the very first one of 2018. So I'm really excited about today's card. Of course, I'm doing Valentine's Day cards. And so before I show you the card that I made and do one with you, let me show you what I used. So you guys wouldn't believe I use so much stuff on this card. But I'm trying to use my stash and I'm trying to just use what I have, and I found a lot of things I didn't know I had. So first of all, the stamps that I used this one that I got from Neat and Tangled, and this one is Be My Valentine. And then I also used the Falling Hearts from Neat and Tangled. And then I used my Gorgeous Girl, and forgive me, I don't know her name. I can't read it because something happened to the paper off of this one. But I used this one with the heart behind it. So those are the stamps that I used. I also used, well, if I can find it, I used the Hello Die on it. And I would say this is a multimedia project because I use so many different mediums on it. But the inks that I used were Versifine ink, the black onyx. And then I used this Brilliance pink pigment ink. And I also used Ladybug Memento Dewdrop ink. And also Love Letters. So I'm trying to think of all the supplies that I used. And then I also used my Faber-Castell colored pencils. And guys, you know what? I bought these a long time ago from Ollie's. I have no idea what happened to them or anything. But these are professional gel pens. And they are really nice. I used gel pens. And I used one Copic marker, and I don't see it right now, but it was E2. So that's basically what I used. And then along with red and pink cardstock and white cardstock. And yeah, so let me show you what I did. I just fell in love with this little card. Isn't she cute? So what I did was I stamped out the Gorgeous Girl with the little kitty cat, and I didn't ink the heart side. And then I fussy cut her out. And then this is triple matted with red, pink, and then white. I used the Fallen Heart and the Hello die. And then on the inside, it says, Will You Be My Valentine? And I just did a little hearts there. So I just thought that was really cute. So we're going to make one together. If I don't drop all the stuff out of it. And for the sake of time, I already cut stuff out and colored it. So this is my little Centaur girl. So I used color pencils here. I used the brown gel pens here. I colored her dress with pencils. Her boots are gel pen. And the cat is colored pencils. This is a combination between the two. And this one I cut out a pink Hello. And I got those die cuts. If you watched my video last night from my design team project, I got those die cut dies from G's Embellishment Emporium. So I have no idea where I got this one from. I've had it for quite a while. And then, of course, you know, I just got my Neat and Tangled ones. So what I did was I went ahead and cut some mats out. I didn't do a white one, a white insert, so we're going to have to do that. So basically what I did is I went ahead and matted everything. And we're going to put it on the white card. The pink is in the background this time. And the red is on top. And so this is an A2 size card, which means it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so the first mat would be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this one is 4 inches by 5 1/2. No, by 5 1/4. So anyway, and we're going to cut down a piece of white, maybe. Y'all, I'm so distressed. I had, I love my little Cricut cutter. It is so perfect. And I don't know if this is big enough, but we're going to see. I'm trying to use up all my scraps here. So this needs to be 4. No, not quite big enough. So we can't use that piece of paper. Okay, so I got one. This one is 4 already. And we're going to cut it to 5 1/4. And we're just going to see how that fits on there. Make sure I got my measurements right. Nope, this is a little bit... I cut it the same measurements. Duh. So, let me do that again. Yes, 3 7/8 is what it should be. And this should be... right. You know, you have everything worked out till you get on camera. And then this should be 5 1/4. Oops. Alright, done with that again. Anyway, I missed my little Cricut cutter when things were getting cleaned up. The little thing fell off of it, and the little nozzle thing fell off of it. I gotta find it. Can't use it right now. So I'm not gonna mount this right now. I'm gonna work on make this my working piece right now. I just want to make sure that it's gonna fit on here. And this is all good here. And then, yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the red piece on. And of course I'm using my art glitter glue, my favorite glue in the whole world. And I have tons of art glitter glue now. Last year I had ordered one of the big refill bottles. And I forgot that I had ordered a refill bottle. And I ordered another one. So apparently it stays good for a long time because I haven't had any issues with it. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeball, that. You know, nothing is perfect. But I don't want to be that much off. So when I make mistakes on here, I make them and you don't have to. Okay. So we got that on there. And then I'm just going to mount this onto the white. Just kind of eyeball that. Okay. Now this piece is going to be mounted with foam tape. Oh yes, and I'm using the foam mounting tape, the super glue one. If you remember back to my Dollar Tree haul, I bought this one in the Jot brand. Well, so far, I'm really not impressed with the super glue one. The paper backing on it is just not what I want it to be. So, I am going to get a scrap piece of paper here. Well, I'm going to get a bigger scrap piece of paper because I need to protect my surface here. And we are going to start using our little stamp here, the Falling Hearts. And I don't know why I put this up. I like the Neat and Tangled stamp. I like the fact that when they send you their stamps, they're folded, so you don't lose that front and back page. They always stay together. So I kind of like that. Makes it easier to find. And what I'm doing is lining it up with a grid on my mounting block so that it's even. Now, on the last one, I used the Brilliance, the pink ink. And so this one, I'm going to actually use red ink. And I think I am going to be using the Memento Love Letter. These do stamp pretty good, guys. You have to make sure that you ink it out really well because, you know, it has this the field, and you don't want to have any little white spaces left. And just as a precaution, I'm going to take my little wipe and wipe some of this off that I got on there. I don't want it on my card. Okay, so then we're going to turn over here and we're going to find the edge of it. This is what I did. And we're going to lay it down on the edge and press. Okay, aren't those pretty? Then I'm going to ink it up again. Oops. And try not to ink myself up. Now the Memento Dewdrops, I got those from MamieMadeIt.com, and they sell, or they did sell the dewdrop packets, and I'm pretty sure they still do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and line this up. The reason I have this paper is because some of this is probably going to go off the edge. I'm going to line this up and then stamp right beside it. Like that. Okay, so I think it's time for a wet one. That one's a little dry. On the bottom, what I did was I wanted the hearts coming down. They're closed hearts, and by the time they got to the bottom, they were open hearts. And so we're going to use the little open heart that came with this one right here. Clean that off a little bit. Red ink's gonna stain, and there's just nothing you can do about it, and it's just okay. I'll take some squeaky clean later and clean them really well. Okay. Now this should not touch the surface. Your stamps, your photopolymer stamps and stuff, that's how they lose their stickiness. Now I could not find my little 1-inch block, so I'm just going to use this one. And I'm just going to stamp some random hearts down here where they're open. Okay. think I'll do one over here. Maybe a little off the side of the page there. Alrighty. And that is that. Moving right along. Now before I start gluing stuff on there, I'm going to take my Ladybug Memento Dewdrop and I'm going to ink the edges. Now if you're worried about, you know, always getting, like maybe accidentally getting the ink here, if you turn your paper over and ink from the back side, if you slip and fall, it's just going to get on the back side and not the front and mess up your image. So we're just going to ink those edges up because I don't like the white, I like to be start white on a card. And these dry pretty fast. It just gives it another dimension of, a layer of dimension, I mean. Okay. So now that is done. So I really debated about whether I wanted to put this up popped up or not. But I decided not to because I am mounting the mat, so I decided to go ahead and lay this down flat. Now one thing about fussy cutting something like this, especially like that has the hair and everything, you know, don't sweat it, guys, because we're crafters, and I know we like to do things nice and everything, but you know what, homemade is not perfect. And there's a lot of places on here. Give yourself permission to give her a haircut. Because that's exactly what I did in some places. I was not fussy cutting around some of those little tendrils that came all the way down. So you know what? I gave her a haircut. And you know, she doesn't look any worse for the wear for it. I think it was cute anyway. So, yeah. Now this is the tedious part, is trying to glue the glue on the hello. And I'm almost wishing I'd done this one in red, but we'll see. I may use some Winkle or something to make it stand out after I get it on there. Gluing words, you're going to want a fine tip on your glue, and that's why I'm glad that we have this fine tip with the art glitter glue. Those also can be found at Maymay's store. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. And the ink does dry very fast. The thing I like about Memento ink, it doesn't smear once it's dry, so that's very nice. And I think I am going to add some blingy blingy, because you know I like my bling. Just to the letters to make this pop out a little more. But this is your card. You can do anything you want to it. So I'm making lots of little Valentine's Day cards to send out to all my friends. And also, I may sell a few. I don't know. Let's just bling up some hearts. Want to? I do. You know, I love my stickles and my yeah, this pen. Duh. My Winkle. Okay. So we're going to let that dry for a minute. Usually dries pretty fast. I'll tell you what, while that's drying, let's turn around and stamp our sentiment on here. So, we're going to use Will You Be My Valentine, I'm going to line this up in the middle here. Will you be my Valentine? Now, when you want to stamp sentiments, VersaFine ink is wonderful. It's a great ink for stamping sentiments. And then, too, I got this from May Made It as well. You know, I told you my plans about not buying from all the big box people and always buying from my friends this year. And honestly, everything I can get in the big box store except for the hot buy papers. But, you know, I can get online with my friends. So we're going to stick that there. Press down good. There's another cute card idea I want to do with this too. Will you be my Valentine? Let's wipe this off a little bit. They come along with this card kit here. And so I may be doing that pretty soon as well. Now remember, next week for Card Design Thursday, we won't have regular. We'll have Christmas. Because I'm doing Christmas twice a month. And next week is the Christmas All Year Round First Project. Okay, so I'm going to just take this off. And I'm going to add these little open hearts. And I'm going to use the love letter. And ink that up. And just stick it on the corner of the card. That. And then I'm going to take the red gel pen. I really like these gel pens too. They really are smooth and they don't have skips in them. They're just wonderful. I'm going to color the heart in on the card. Okay, let that dry. And then we're going to put the foam mats on the back of the card now. See, this is what I'm talking about. The paper was cut very unevenly on this, and they want to come off, and they're like cut almost, like the paper's cut. So I'm not really impressed with the super glue ones. Not yet. And I did notice that when you put them down, they do lift off. When you're trying to peel the backs of them off. They do lift off a little bit. Okay. So, oops, see? I'm not liking this at all. But I will use them because I don't want to waste. Where's my little weeder? Okay, so now we're going to put this down and mount our card. Try to get it as straight as possible. Okay, so here is the red one. I think that's so cute. Will you be my Valentine? And then here's the pink one. So those are my first two Valentine cards per se. and I'm hoping to make a lot more. Not sure I'll make any more of these, because I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm not much of a fussy cutter. It kind of hurts my hands sometimes, but I just wanted to show you that it can be done. You can take a stamp that you would normally think you could fit on a regular card, and you can adjust it and make it your own. So my friends, I hope you will try these, and I will list all the supplies below in the description box where I got them from. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so by clicking that little subscribe button up there on the top of the screen. All right, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.